Alright guys, welcome to today's streams and we're having this is the first game of the day. We welcome to Inferno Scrims. We have 12 teams in the lobby and we're ready for some serious action over here. Let's see what the teams are landing. Mhm. We have some action already. See the Inferno Scrims taking on one player player. Nice. They get one knockdown, but they get one player knocks.
First blood.
Oh.
New kill leader.
Ooh, locks are down to one player. And the player is AFK. I think Lax is going to be the first
New
thing to be
kill
sent back to
leader.
the lobby.
Wipeout.
And they are the first thing to be sent back to the lobby by Tag Esports with the complete wipeout wipeout to lead access over there. Let's see what action we have here. Here's some heavy fire XR7 versus I think what team is it? I think that's Syndicate here. DJ start fighting the 2v1 battle. Teammates coming to back him up the XR7. Although they have one player revived, they still have one player in the fight. He's trying to make a quick run for it. I don't think he's able to make it out here alive. Ooh, and he managed to get a launch. The player that just landed also went for a launch. If I were him, I would use a med kit instantly and head towards the zone. Oh, nice. They can be able to get your full squad back. Nice gameplay there from XR7. Quick thinking and quick reflexes. Now we're seeing a battle with CK11. We have AX Esports versus MG Esports over here. We only have one team being sent
Double
back to the
kill.
lobby. We have 11 teams in the lobby. Amazing gameplay here. Coming in to tie the Q leaders of the day, we have actually Sports coming in with 4 eliminations. I don't know if that was a complete wipeout. That was not a complete wipeout from MG Esports. They are down to one player. Uh, I think everywhere else is a little bit quiet. XR7 trying to get the thing. We see Luna out here hiding and praying that he makes it out alive. He doesn't have enough points for a revive, but you know. Oh, you think KN going for the launch? I think the KN team are chasing after the Syndicate team over here. And the Syndicate team, they were chasing that one player, but unknown to them, they have a full squad, the full squad of KN right behind. KN is one forward, you do not want third party. Because I think their coordination when it comes to long range is very amazing. And they do know how to fight the long range battle. Let's see how it goes over here. Ooh, nice. From the Zeus over here. Gets one knockdown already. Dante going in, but he gets knocked down. Amir coming in for the backup. Gets another knockdown. Oh, he wasn't able to get the revive. BJ Star now. Nice, he gets the knockdown.
Kill.
The last
Double
player of
kill.
Syndicate is making a run for it.
Triple
Amir
kill.
coming in with a
Triple
clutch.
kill.
We see the last player of Syndicate actually making a run for it. I don't think he has made a run for it. He doesn't have enough points for a revive, but he should be able to get some coins in because you should be able to revive with 400 points. So I don't know. Let's see how smart he plays this. I don't think the KN squad are actually chasing him down. Now we see the MG squad revived and back to press over here. I think they want to come back for the AX esports team because they do not like the way they were wiped out in the last game. And they're coming in heavy. wiping out 2 players from the AXE squad. And just right
Double
beside them, we
kill.
see the I think that's the XR17. Yeah. Oh, Tiffy doesn't know he's being surrounded and being put by the XR17. We see closing right in front of him. I think he knows the team now. The MG team has some bunch of heavy hitters, so I'm expecting a good fight there. You see Lona gets knocked down. No, not Lona, actually. You see Chad gets knocked down. But why did he take a shot at them? What's happening? What is Lona doing over here? He tries to box himself in a way. We see Tiffy coming with also. He manages to get one knockdown and the other teammate in. Henry goes in with the Oscar. There's now a 2v2 situation because the XR are now down to 2 players. Actually, they have a full squad, but like 2 players are still in the air. They have 2 players right on the ground with them. Now the MJ team, you see Tiffy pushing in on the MJ team. He's not able to get a shot in. He's going for the revive instead of pushing in. I think he would have gone for the push because like Henry has enough points for the revive, so there was no need for Tiffy coming back. That was a very good push, and he would have been able to. Oh, he does knock one player of the
Quadra
XR.
kill.
Oh, they do. Almost now. See the XR team already. Okay, I don't think they're coming for the backup there. I think they are launching away. Ooh, and Tiffy gets a knock. They are now the current two leaders. They're about to be the current two leaders. Yeah, they are now the current leaders with 8 eliminations to their name. I want to see what the KN team are doing.
Killing
So they're
spree.
currently, in any battle. Cynically landing and getting their full squad back. Nice, nice, nice. Like I said, the KN team are a very aggressive team when it comes to long range coordination. They will get you out of the sky. And if you're trying to push the KN team, I think you should try and push towards a close range battle instead of a long range battle because they are very proficient with that. Look at the balls that are being dropped now. This is a one guy gets knocked down, headshot there. You goes in for the revive. He gets a quick revive. You're running away from that. I don't know why. I think it was useful to avoid the pressure. Now we see Renzo pushing in. The postmaker has been dropped. Postmaker put it on MP right here. One player of MP goes down. We see Wilson pushing MP. Now we see BTB coming in to crash the battle. Now we see on 2 players of MP left, and we see 2 players of Tag left. Now we see a full squad of BTB actually pushing in, coming in to crash the party. Oh, this is some amazing action. I think Wilson is trying to go for the revive. Deadshot is missing some sniper shots. Will he be able to? He gets the revive. He gets the revive on only. He gets the revive on 1 player. Yeah, he gets a revive on 1 player. Nice work there from Wilson.
Killing spree.
I don't think I don't think it's a wide position. Ooh. Because to be honest, the 90s spot team, they have good angles right now. their angles enough to place damage on the MJ team. But somehow the MJ team are actually returning fire. They don't want to give up this. These are actually teams with experienced players. So I think they should be very good. Although Night Esports actually have the advantage in this battle, anything can happen. Inferno Scrims. Let's see how they're going to play this out. Night Esports, what are they going to do? I think they're going to run away from the boat maker. I think the boat maker was placed by I think it was played by the MJ squad. So it was the 90 squads going for the cover while the MJ squad are actually pushing in. Not now, yeah. See the thing now, the MJ found a way to separate the 90 squad. Can they actually take advantage of that? Will they be able to take advantage? Ah, no, too handsome MG. The
Triple
Magic
kill.
squad has been sent back to the lobby. I thought I saw 3 players. I think 1 player got killed by
Triple
the
kill.
AX team. But I saw actually only 3 players in there. But the 90 sports were actually separated. It had 2 players right there in the middle of the fight, and we had 2 players right at the back. Now we see the AX team launching in, but they are not launching anywhere close. Let's see where they are heading to. We see INF 90 sports AX now the 2 leaders with 13 eliminations.
Double kill.
And knock there from INF. What do we have? What do we have? We have Axis Sports over here. We have BTB. We have NP. I've been seeing Deadshot's missing lots of shots this time, bro. I think this guy has missed more shots than he has gotten. I'm not gonna lie. It's not been a very good day with Deadshot. I've forgotten how to like display that stuff. I think it's like, I don't know. I think it's F4. Yeah. Let's see for Deadshot. It's F4. Yeah. So let's see. Bro has 181 damage. I've seen this guy miss like 15 shots already tonight. So it's not been a very, very good day for BTB Deadshot over here. Missing lots of sniper shots. As a sniper, you really need to make sure your accuracy is on point, especially when it comes to training like this, because this is where you need to practice and work on your accuracy. Now we see unknown to Team 7. They are currently being forced. They have BTB right behind them. Now Spartan is they're actually being pushed by 2 teams, Healer and NP team and BTB. We see Sparta. I don't know how he's still alive. Oh, he's camping on top of the road, being pushed by no skill, and he gets knocked down. This is now a 3v4 situation.
Triple kill.
Oh, we see there. I don't know where this guy is planning to launch to, because
Triple kill.
there is no safe spot for you in the zone. But you know, he does make a launch of it. He has 1,900 points. I don't think he's gonna be able to revive. So he thinks he's trying to play a safe game and just head towards the zone. Yeah, that's the best thing to do at this moment. We see the INF team pushing in from behind. We see 3 teams over here. I think lots of teams are actually alive in this lobby, because we're now seeing some people dropping in. We see the INF team, 1 player VRP over here. The last player actually VRP running for his dear life, trying to make it into the zone, and he's being pushed by the INF team.
Killing spree.
Oh, unfortunately for him, he's not going to be able to do more.
Killing spree.
Within 90 sport coming in the Q leaders with 16 eliminations in just the first game alone.
Quateri kill.
Oh, the bolt maker has been dropped. We now have 4 teams alive. Will they be able to get Zyro after the game?
Killing spree.
Oh, apparently not some closing AWM damage. Where are his teammates? His teammates are actually not backing him
Killing
down.
spree.
He has dealt the damage, and now he's running back to the safety of his teammate. This is actually a very, very nice character skill. You know, when it comes new meta update comes out, you need to learn how to change with the time. Somehow, some way, the XR7 team are now down to only 2 players. I don't know why this guy is using this skill. To the INF team, versus the 90s Sports Friday. I think this game is gonna go to the 90s Sports if they play it out very well
Triple
because they have
kill.
been really on some domination vibe right there. They have 21 eliminations to their name.
Quatering.
Dante goes down, unfortunately. Treasure is trying to get a confirm on that kill. The zone is not in their favor. They need to move. This is about the 90s Sports. They don't like letting one player from their team die. I think that's a very, very bad thing. Sometimes, yeah,
Quatering
you have
kill.
to know when to give up on your players. They don't like letting one player of their team go
Triple
down.
kill.
Most of the time, you see them, if one player gets knocked down, three of them usually go for the revive.
Triple
They should,
kill.
I think they just about experience and they need to communicate better on who goes for the revive, who goes for the long range, and who provides cover. There's now a 3v2 situation between the 90 Sports and the Inferno 7. We see Dante pushing in. And I
Killing
think that's going to be
spree.
easy for the 90 Sports. Nice pressure being pressed there on Xara 7. The 90 Sports were really on fire, taking out the likes of the Magic Squad, taking out Inferno Esports, taking out. In fact, yeah, they were just run throughout, and it was amazing, amazing gameplay from them. I cannot believe my eyes. Nice, nice gameplay from my first game of the day. This was actually very interesting to watch. We see 9 esports coming in 25 eliminations, double digits in eliminations. We see Extreme Esports coming in second, 15 points. Team 7 coming in with 10 points. They couldn't really say much after what happened. They got wiped out by, I think, both BTB and the No Pressure Esports. We see Inferno Esports coming in fourth, VLK coming in fifth, BTB coming in sixth, and the rest is history. Ah, all right, guys, we're about to head into the next game. Do not go anywhere. We'll be right back with you. You don't want to miss it. Bruno, and they want you for the last time. What's good? No, I'm touch today. Oh, okay. If I come, you know, we come out now. Everybody cool. Like, No. My God, for London, we still have top team in the lobby right now. We see some top player action just from the start of the game right now. So it's a small map, and you usually see multiple team, maybe two teams playing at the same time. The battle has already started. INF versus the single team. You putting in hot from pressure. I
First blood. New kill leader.
He needs access into like and needs actually I think they're actually and it was a quick
New
only
kill leader.
they got surrounded by actually 14. You see Luna
Triple kill.
he managed to get at least one damage. These each player
Quateri
come in with
kill.
800 damages at the start of the game. You give him 1 minute into the game, players already almost at 1k damage. Nice idea there. Let's see what other action we have here. Ooh. Mhm.
Double kill.
Alright. We see the INX team down to only one player. Am I wrong? The INX team down to only one player. Ah, no, I'm getting and Xyrox is not the last player of INX. And he get a revive. He has enough points. Now, yeah, he does have enough points because 400 revives should still be available. So he has enough points to get just one player back in. Oh, he gets the full team back in the lobby. Also, the right feature is on in this. This is an esport game. Okay. The 90 esports. The DRK actually pushing in on the empty spot warrior. We see one player right on the roof, and the empty team are deciding not to push. I think Hila is about to do the first one. Teammate back to I think, and now they are trying to drag the DR empty team out of the lobby. I don't think it's working out for them quite well for them. That's right here. We have two players left. Yeah, okay, he gets one player knocked down, but unfortunately he's not able to do much of it. Yeah, nice. He gets one player down. The MP team, although they have two players knocked on DS, they still have a full squad. And the DRP team, he has 1,500 points, but you know, he's not able to get that. So he actually go one player, he go one kill, so that's a plus for him. I think what the DRP team did wrong there was they did not allow their sniper have much effect. They went to they would have freedom out in the house. 19 working the 90, so they're getting one player knocked from the INF. Sitag Esports right in a confrontational battle with Esports. Lyrics is being shot at. I think he seems out there to help him out. But you know, we see another team currently pushing in. I think that's the DRK Esports. He did find a way to get a revive on the Super Bowl. And you know, let's see how this campaign is gonna go right here. Ooh, and he gets one knock on the AXA player, and he get a quick revive on his teammate. Unfortunately, he doesn't make it in time, but he still has the shot and he has a
New kill leader.
And get that revive quickly. He doesn't get a confirmation on this, but I think he would have found a way to get a confirmation of the kill. Because when you're in a spot where you have the shot and you have the point, there's no need for you to, you know, rush for the revive. Sometimes, yeah, letting your player die really helps you determine the game. Because you can have a full squad pushing on you at any moment, and you know, it just helps you out. The MP now right here in a battle with Team 7.
Triple kill.
I think he should probably blow because this is not a good position. You don't have enough space to get a global. And you know, Spartan is not really on a good angle either. Actually, he can go to the angle. He has a good angle. You see Spartan taking some shots at him. How did he even get up here? That's a crazy part. I don't even know how to get up here.
Triple kill.
The 90 spot coming in with double elimination. The second game in a row. Now they are in control. That goes for the revive. It's currently being chased now. No, I don't think this is a good position for the Magic squad right here. They do have a squad, but they have only 2 players on the ground right now. And the 90 spots are relentless for the road trip. You see the 90 spots coming from all angles.
Killing spree. Triple kill.
had this union between Team 7 and DRK Esports. Comes down due to the memory. Memory is a very uncomfortable character to go against. You need to destroy it instantly, and that's it. To be sent back to Lord. Actually, we have a
Triple
lot of
kill.
another team has been sent back to Lord. I think that was Child Esports right here.
Triple
Memory is
kill.
actually a very annoying skill to play against. So you have to be very quick if you want to touch them.
Quateri kill.
CPJ slide. So the syndicate versus the magic squad right here. One player from the syndicate goes down actually. That also goes down here. He's gonna use that one that goes down, BJ Star is on the only person.
Killing spree.
And then goes for a rebound. Yeah, what is going on?
Triple kill.
I think they should give up quickly so they can get a quick rebound. And he gets the police for the
Quateri kill.
advantages of getting enough points as possible. Any fight they're gonna beat him. I think they would have pushed the push for they would have had better chances in the fight, but you know, things happen. You need to have to make the best of your situation. They had enough points to get their full score back in the lobby, and that's GG's and I think there from them. See, RB yet to get a single kill. I think they're the only team in the lobby right now that haven't got a single kill. That's a very bad situation to be in. The Syndicates somehow, some way, now down to one player. How did that happen? I think they just go revive, and I think they went back to the same spot where they spot took them out. So I think we just wait for the games. You know, sometimes you need to know when to give up the fights. You need to know when to say GG's, that's it, we tried our best time to move on. You know, they wanted to make that aggressive. They didn't really work out for them. Now, see the RC sport pushing in hard in the 90 spots. And naturally, now the MP team are actually coming to save the 90 spot over here. Actually, yeah, the 90 spots are very low. Don't forget that we still have the 90 spots. Nice damage over here. I can't really understand what's going on. Amazing back. He destroys the narrow. But he goes on.
Triple kill.
No pressure, esports still with a full squad and still standing. I don't think this we have the backup.
Triple kill.
The 90 esports right on the roof of them. This is nothing. We have made for them in the house. Now we have the last player of AS trying to take some revenge for trying to get some damage in. What's happening with the 90 esports? I want to see what they're doing.
Quateri kill.
We are not down to 2 players. Actually, they actually split up. Crazy. We have only 2 players of the I don't even think we have the long range. Crazy. They don't even have the long range. I think that's why they did not involve themselves in that battle right there. They managed to actually sneak up that battle because the AX team were actually going to wipe it out. Now we see Syndicate coming in to save 90. So now they have a chance to win. CK11 still applying pressure. He doesn't want to let them go. He needs to make the match no pressure. Esports pay for what they do to his teammates. They do have 12 eliminations, so that's just a plus for them. Now the boat maker has been dropped in the last zone. Really not really a fan of this last zone boat maker because I think one thing about making it takes some time, but eventually they will get used to it. I will see a parallel right here.
Shut down. Triple kill.
And he gets a wipe opportunity. I was
Killing
ready to
spree.
react to that wipeout, but he was wasting so much time on the wipeout. Although they have one player still in the house, I don't think they noticed the player actually. I think there's a player of the RB. RB were able to get one elimination through the C90 score, still with two players left, and they're just behind on the break. I think the no pressure esports is on them, and they are going in for the kill. Although the no pressure do have a third party, they need to be very careful. Like I said, they need to be very careful because they have the
Triple
XR70
kill.
right behind them. This is what I'm talking about. You need to know when to pick up your teammates. And this is how, some way, somehow, they lost the battle against the.
Quadra kill.
I don't
Shut
think it was
down.
worth it. I don't think 2 kills was worth losing the booyah. I don't actually think because they did have a good chance of getting a booyah. They had a full squad. They had the zone advantage. They wanted to push those zones. They wanted to go for the two players of the 90 squad. And XS was taking advantage of that. And they got send them back to the lobby. So the second game for today. We're about to head into the third game for the day. Let's see the scores. We see Extreme Esports coming in with 15 eliminations. No pressure coming in second with 14 eliminations. 90 Sport coming in third with 17 eliminations. They found a way to survive and get into the top three spots. Kudos to them. We see the Rebel Esports coming in fourth. I think they had like one elimination. Singapore coming in with 2 eliminations. Alien coming in with 12 eliminations. Magic Squad coming in with 16 eliminations. Crazy, crazy. And the rest is it. That if we see this thing over here, we're about to head into the next game of the day. Do not go anywhere.
Alright, guys, we're heading into the third game of the day. We're expecting some amazing action from this team over here. Let's see how it goes. We're currently seeing where the teams are landing. We have two teams in base camp. I think that is no pressure. And what other team is that? Let me see now. Oh, that is Thai Esports over here. The likes of Lyrics, Tyler, Thai. We're seeing some vibes too. We're seeing AX and Lead Esports. We see the laps
First
over there
blood.
making a quick push on the AX team.
New kill leader.
So the AX team can make a run for it and they're probably heading away from the battle. I think that's a W for them. Now we see the INF team 90 for this interesting battle I really want to see. 90 scores are probably down to two players. You see Amir coming in clutch and finding a way to release that. Amir doesn't want to get
Double
and that is
kill.
going to be a complete wipeout.
New
Amir
kill leader.
missed a lot of shots over there, but he was able to get a knock with the help of his teammates, and now they are back to a full squad. A clean wipeout from the 90 sports over there. Amazing gameplay from them. This is the XR7 versus the Syndicate team. XR7 are currently making a run for it. I think we rather play very safe. Nice strategy from the XR7. They do get one player more. They do have someone right beside them. I don't think they spot him. They do spot him now. He's going for the revive. I know he's able to get a revive, but instead he exchanges his life of his teammate. And now the XR7 are down to 3 players alone in this battle. Target Sports managed to get a full revive back on your squad. Nice. They do have a chance to regroup and get into the battle. What happened between the Target Sports and NP? I thought they landed at the same spot. I don't think they actually sorted it out. The only team to be sent back to the lobby is the INF. The INF Esports over there. sees on every bucket PRC team. You manage to get a 3 last plus 2 I don't know why they actually do that. If I was them, I would have found a way to like, just balance right because they do have a chance to get down to players. Anything can yeah.
Triple kill.
White gets a quick launch. I think they want to regroup and get back into the battle. They actually have stuff. We've seen stuff over here landing. Don't think he just the player that was nice. What's going on here, man? Bro, what the hell is that? I don't know what's wrong with Stark. I think it's a lack of awareness, or I don't know what it is. But one player got knocked due to the landmine by his teammate, but he
Triple
didn't
kill.
think to observe the situation that was going on because he had a chance to either get a confirm on the kill,
Quateri
or
kill.
maybe just get 2 eliminations at least.
Triple kill.
Now into stealth mode.
Wipeout.
New kill leader. Triple kill. Quateri kill.
Seen the current Q leader of the Big Ghost now they have 7 eliminations. And the Syndicate are finding a way to pick up the race. Coming in second with 5 eliminations. Let's see how they do. You see a lot of K3s being placed out on the zone right here. What can they do? What can they do?
Triple kill.
Then the team 7 over here playing a very safe game right now. BTB giving some heavy fire to the new Treasure Esports.
Killing spree. Quateri kill. Killing
DRK
spree.
players. AN coming with 9 eliminations already to go in. They do not have the double digit eliminations that like they did in the previous game, but I think they're fine tune later. See, 9 teams currently in the zone. This is a hot place to be right now. Lots of teams in this battle, but I don't think I've seen any really started yet. You know, teams are just closing in on each other, trying to get a feel of the zone, trying to get a feel of each other in the zone right now. You see NP down to at least 2 players. Everyone is trying to secure their spots in the last zone. I don't know why NP. Ooh, you hear a fight between BTV and the syndicate team over here. BTB, 3 players,
Triple kill.
and the Syndicate team has been
Triple
wiped out,
kill.
probably by another team. And now we see a battle between the DRK esports. I think that's the lead aspect. Now we are seeing teams being sent back to the lobby very, very quick. The DRK team pushing in on the last team. This is actually a very interesting game. Very, very interesting game right here. Seeing lots of teams actually in the last zone right here, and lots of teams are currently pushing in. The DRK team are stuck in the last team. XR7 trying to find a way to make it into the zone. You see 19, so one player goes down. Oh, Akari is being chased down. Unfortunately, he's not going to be able to make it.
Triple kill.
He both have 3 players left in this battle. It's something for him. Now we see the Team 7 applying pressure on the 3 players of XR7 here. XR7 versus Team 7. I think this is nice damage there from Volvos. They get one player from the XR7 down. I think they're okay for wiped out with lead access. Ooh, I think that XR7 teams are having damage, getting damage from multiple areas right now. We still have 16s in the lobby, and you know, Dante goes to get some stuff. I think they need to make a quick push, and he gets dead shots down. We see Young Fun trying to go in Freefire. I think he is going to regret that action because Amir is currently pushing home. Nice damage there from Amir. Nice damage. Amir gets the second player knocked.
Watery kill.
Gets his own corner in place. One shot left, and he gets the second player down. Nice forward there, and he's not able to get it all. XR7. XR7 comes in to actually try and steal his kill. I don't think it's possible. Nice spot. It's that boy, and he gets knocked down. Players are not dropping from all corners. You see multiple teams. I think the only team currently safe right here is Tag
Triple
Esports
kill.
and Team 7. So there are 2 teams in the zone that don't have much pressure on them. Tag Esports do have a house just to them alone. BTB are not down to only 1 player alone. 90 Sport also down to 1 player. DRK and DRK team down to 1 player now.
Wipe out.
And the 90 Sport has been sent back to the lobby from the likes of DRK Lights.
Shut down. Triple kill. Triple kill.
Alright, we're seeing some M79 launch over here. He's not able to get elimination. He's now currently being in the middle of both Tag Esports And Team 7. Team 7 are actually down to only 3 players right now. I think he's about to be sent back, and he's been sent back by the Tag Esport players. Now it's a 4v2 situation, and the Tag Esport make quick work of Team 7. All right, guys, that is it for the game 3 of the day. Ooh, some amazing action. We saw multiple teams. I think we had about 8 teams in one part of the zone, which was crazy, crazy. Target Sports coming in first with 6 eliminations. Team 7 coming in second with 1 eliminations. Extreme Esports coming in third with 5 eliminations. DRK coming in fourth. BTB coming in fifth. 90 Sport, they did have a lot of elimination. 90 Sport and Syndicate actually had lots of eliminations, but they were not able to get in on the top 5 standing, unfortunately. You know, all right, guys, we're about to head into the next game. Do not go anywhere. All right, guys, we're heading into the fourth game of the day. We see the Lats Esports and the Tag Esports, the winners of the last game, landing at one spot right here. This is Mount Zeta.
First blood. New kill leader.
Ooh, one player from Laxis for goes
New
down,
kill
unfortunately.
leader.
This is the team 7 right here in a battle with Team 8 team over here. Between two players from team 7 actually goes down.
Triple kill.
The DRK esports team down to only one player and one player alone.
Quateri kill.
While we're seeing some battle over here between Tag esports and the Lax esports. Lax esports are now down to only two players actually. You see the syndicate over here trying to push him, and I think possibly going for the kill. I don't think they have a hit piece yet, but they are trying to chase and I'll see if they see any player lacking, and I think they do see one. Oh, and this is gonna be a bad day for DRK live over here. And they make quick work of him. So the 4v1 situation, he really didn't have much of a choice right there. Nice headshot there from Gar. No, actually, that was CK11 that came in with a headshot. Now we see the 90 spot now down to 3 players alone. 2 players making a run for it. One player makes use of the zone, of the zip line, sorry. See Zeus applying pressure on Zeus over here. Ooh. And they do get out a hit at least, but it goes on to the Syndicate esports instead. K11 tries to go for the tap. K11 tries to go for the tap. Doesn't work out for him. See BTB launching over here into the zone. I think they do spot the Syndicate team. And now it's the 4v4 all-out battle right here. I think Syndicate want to make use of them. This is a very bad situation they put themselves in. This is very, very bad for Syndicate over here. And they lose 2 players just like that into the battle. I think it was the fact that they wanted it to be too aggressive in that battle. The B2B team currently launching it. I think this is going to be it for the Syndicate team over here. That was a careless push. I think it was due to the fact that they wanted to make use of the fact, push the enemies, and they were not on ground with that, So they did lose some players.
New kill leader. Triple kill.
Taggy Sports trying to come in contact with INF over here. Inferno Esport BTD trying to taking on the second squad for the day. I think this is that's team 7 actually. They do have 2 players knocked down. Team 7 are actually down to actually only 1 player and 1 player alone. They're currently pushing on to the last player of the Team 7, but I don't think they're able to get him because he has now found a vehicle and is making a quick run of that. It's the BRK team over here. Who they with? Yeah, with the Tag Esports. This is going to be a 4v4 battle, but you see KN coming in contact with XR7 over here. He's in the middle of the full squad of XR7. Now we see the BTB squad quickly pushing in, still on the kill from the XR7 right there, and they do have 1 player from the XR7 knocked down, and now they are going for the remaining 3 players. Headshot right here, trying to go in with a snipe. He misses his shots, he misses the second shot, and he goes down unfortunately. And we see the Axie Sports coming in to crash the party from everyone. This is third party upon third party. It was 90 Sports versus XR7. BTB came in to crash the party. Now we see the EXE Sports. What's wrong with Dark? This guy really needs to open his eyes.
Triple kill.
I don't think he even spotted the other player running towards the left. You don't push carelessly like this, especially when you're outside the zone. You need to take a look at your surroundings over here. You see the BTB team right here applying pressure. They managed to get 1 player from the BTB down. They are going for the launcher. And that is it. Luko tries to make a launch. You see Playboy. I think Playboy should change. I think Playboy should change the location. When you see 2 players launching here, they changes the focus. It's just gonna become a liability for a team. What Playboy would have done in this situation, if for 3 players launch towards the left, he would have taken the risk and launch maybe towards the right area, trying to take advantage of that. Because their focus is actually going. That is it. But I think this is it for the Axie Sports right here. BTP applying enough pressure. KN coming in to finish up the work right here. I don't know how the 90 sports are really recovering from this.
That's because I've seen him being almost wiped out lots of time, but he found a way to get back on that team. X7, XR17, you know, coming in contact with the VLK. To the JRK esports here coming in contact. I think that's the team over here. One player from the JRK team actually pulled down. The BTB team, I'm trying to make a quick walk off. Two players knocked down. JRK team are pushing them back. We see legend with some pro gun shots over here. The BTB team,
Triple kill.
they get a full squad revive back. How did the BTB team get their full squad revive back? Because I saw two players actually get knocked out. Okay, they went for the revive. I know they got killed. I was shocked, man. Was wondering what happened over there. Because I saw two players actually get knocked down. I think Deadshot went for the revive and he was able to get them back in the game. Let's see what they can do. Ooh, Amiam, he gets the knock and he confronts the kill. Now we see the remaining three players of Black People looking in on Amir. What can Amir do? Can he make an amazing front over here? He's getting some backup from his team. Ooh, he gets the second player down. Amir is trying to touch this game and his team forms into no M79 bullets there for Mims.
Triple kill.
That was some nice sustainers there from
Triple
KN
kill.
Amir. He found a way to put into a full squad of lead access and he held them long enough just for his team to come in and back him up, with the clutch. That was amazing. The DRK team currently using heavy fire from BTB over here. This is how DRK BTB or team is progressing. The DRK team receiving heavy damage. I'm not sure they're gonna be able to make it out alive. I don't think they're actually gonna make it out.
Triple kill.
Oh, I think they will be able to make it out because now the BTB have switched their focus and now they are now on the 9th esports.
Solitary kill.
You see, it's now a BTB versus a DRK team. I don't know how United Sport lost that because they were the only team with
Now into stealth
full
mode.
squad, actually. It's now a 2v3 situation. Can Legend actually do something for us? He found a way. Remember, this was a game between. This started with the BTR
Killing
and
spree.
BTB made quick work of DRK over here. This was actually. I was about to say this started with a DRK versus BTB battle, and which the DRK team came on top. But you know, BTB. It doesn't matter who wins the battle. What matters is who wins the war. And BTB came on top in that war, and they came in with a booyah, and that is what matters the most. Your fourth game of the day going to build test play coming in first. You see DRK is for coming in second, 90s for coming in third, Extreme is for coming in fourth, Lead Access coming in sixth, Alien X actually sorry coming in sixth. Alright guys, we're about to head into the next game of the day. Do not go anywhere. Heading into the fifth game for the day. This is a Kalahari map. Let's see where these teams are landing. Ooh, nice headshot there from Lyrics. He doesn't actually go to confirm a kill. He goes for the second player and he misses.
Wipeout.
And it is a complete wipe out to the AXE spot over here. Nice one there from Lyric, coming in with 2 eliminations. Seeing some heavy damage there from the MG team. They are now down to only 2 players alone, but let's see what they can do. What can they do with that? We see the DRK team and the INF team. 1 player from the INF team, the MJ team now have 1 player coming in, launching and dropping in. Now we also see a full squad of ANF is
Now
now
into
back in the
stealth mode.
lobby. I think they spot MJ spot right here, trying to make a run for the DRK team. Are only pushing on him hard. Unfortunately for him, he's not going to be able to make much of that. Although they do have parents come to their rescue and possibly go for the revive. He gets 1 player back and he gets sent back to the lobby by the INF team instead. We see the DRK team coming to steal that elimination right there from the INF player. I think he should have gone for the confirm on the kill because 1 point matters a lot in this type of game.
Shut down.
The current leader, kill leader, which was Tag Esports, are being sent back to the lobby. Now we have 9 teams still in this lobby. We are seeing the Hitler being bought this MP versus the Syndicate team right here. We're finally seeing the MP team applying some pressure and coming in hot. We're in the Syndicate team over here. BG start missing some shots. Can he get enough on the second player right here? Already go 1. Oh, I think Ardent will be able to get a full revive on his team. BJ start retreating and coming back for a rematch. We have 2 players on the sky. They're landing back in the same spot and they want all the smoke right now because the MP team are actually down to only 3 players. So let's see what they can make of that. now we are seeing a syndicate coming in and they are taking out the MP team over here. MP team currently down to, and they do find a way to get the two players from the syndicate down. But they are going for a quick revive now. We are seeing the, oh, this is very bad situation from the syndicate team over here.
Triple kill.
You see BJ Star actually not giving up the fight. He's going for the knock. Oh, unfortunately for BJ Star. BJ Star is missing lots of shots. And we see the MP team down to two players, but that was lots of shots being missed by the BJ Star right here. He's able to get one revive on his teammate. You know, let's see what happens. He added back in again. BJ Star actually had a chance to get a double kill over here. You see, Adams, okay, he's not going back to the same football. I think BJ Star is trying to maneuver and, you know, make like a ring round. You know, I think the MP team should have gone, should have gone for a revive. I don't know if they have enough points, but, you know, if they don't have enough points, they do get BJ Star down. That is a plus for them. Maybe a way for them to get. I think that was a very, very
Triple
bad
kill.
decision there from the last player of Syndicate. Because it's now a 2v1 situation. So you don't have, oh, he had enough points. He had 900 points. So he was able to get two players back into the map. WWW. I actually thought he had no points, but you know, that's a plus for him. You see two players actually back in the game quickly. The MP team has only two players. All right, they do not have, they now have three players. They're seeing Martin. Oh, nice stop there from the back. This is a continuous battle between this Syndicate team and the No Pressure team. No team actually wants to give up this battle. We've seen Syndicate lose this battle. We see what's his name? We see BJ coming in clutch. We see MP losing the battle, coming back with the revive, and now I think, like I said, it doesn't matter who wins the battle. All that matters is who wins the war. Now, some way, somehow, the
Triple
MP
kill.
team, which were looking on top of that battle, the Syndicate team were actually in a very bad situation, whereas they had only one player back in the game, but they did find a way to revive two players. Now, MP, on the other hand, the team with only one player
New kill leader.
back in the game. Let's see what happens. Let's see. Will he be able to get a revive? I think he has enough points in this area to get a revive. The Syndicate team
Lottery kill.
back to a full squad, and they are now on 7 eliminations.
Killing spree.
That was some crazy action there from the Syndicate team. Both teams want to open up in that battle. You know, going head to head, going fire for fire. You get knocked, you get revived, and you reset into the battle. They were just doing reset, refire, and recover.
Unstoppable.
Leader.
Now we see the BTB team pushing in on the KN team. We see Slifer over here, and he gets knocked down. And actually
Rampage.
almost got knocked
Killing
down. He
spree.
just had 3 HP left. It's crazy. The 90 spots down to only 2 players. We have 9 teams in the lobby. Expecting some amazing action. This is the Kalahari map. We're going to the second to the last zone. You see the DRK team actually coming in contact with the Syndicate team are actually still in the confinement. I don't know why they're still here. Most teams need to really learn their rotation. I'm not gonna teach teams what to do, but you know, they have been spotted. This is what happens when you stay in one spot for long. And Light was not quick enough with the second shot. If not, he would have gotten Mad Lad down. When you stay in one spot for too long, yeah, you tend to get in contact with lots of teams. He misses the Skylar. Oh, you see the Syndicate team. Light, and he gets Mad Lad down.
Triple kill.
The MP team, some way, somehow, are now back to a full squad. And don't you forget, they have the Syndicate team right behind them. Renzo, a solo player, right now. Oh, Blood is actually going for a point. This is some nice strategy,
Killing
but I don't
spree.
think it's going to work in favor of the MP team because they do have a full squad. Actually, 3 players, but you know, it's still a full squad of the Syndicate team just right behind them. Aden spots the first player, which is NP Wilson.
Lottery kill.
They're pushing heavy on. I think the thing about most teams in situations like this, when they make a launch and they go to a zone, we forget that there was a squad behind them. Wait. If you change over my Wi-Fi is gonna go. Just can you give me
Killing spree.
one second?
Killing spree. Triple kill.
One second. If you change over my Wi-Fi will go. What is it like? Are you sure? Alright, we see BJ start coming in with some headshots. Baby. MJ team coming in fire. We have multiple squad over here. We see MJ team. They are repelling every team that comes in contact with them. MJ team actually down to only one player. We see DRK team also right here. Lona coming in some fire damage.